Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd appreciate it, and I commit to updating every day. If you like this watch, you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Buy, trade, and sell luxury watches on thewatchbox.com. Today, I am pleased to introduce a lovely variant of the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust 116234 stainless steel 904L with a gray gold that is an 18-karat white gold homogeneous alloy for its fluted bezel. This is a handsome timepiece that combines elements of the Datejust's character as a dress watch with its versatility as a sports watch, and I would say more than anything else, it's the size that defines a Datejust. Traditional, compact, born essentially perfect in 1945. 36 millimeters across the round of the case, not including the crown. Reasonably slim at 11.7 with a sloped case flank and conical bezel. It'll slide underneath any dress cuff. Now, if you measure the end link to end link dimension across the wrist, it's a very compact 45.3 millimeters. So you can wear this watch on a wrist as small as 13 centimeters in circumference. The Jubilee bracelet is a feature that was born with the Datejust back in 1945. That was the 40th anniversary of Rolex as a company. It started as Wilsdorf and Davis in 1905 and became Rolex, and thus 1945 was a Jubilee year, and thus was born the Jubilee bracelet right alongside the Datejust, which has traditionally featured this 5-link staggered size bracelet that has a wonderfully supple feel on the wrist, and modern iterations have exorcised most of the old stretch and play tendencies of the Jubilee. They're very solid today, and the tolerances are very tight without losing the souplesse, the softness, the silken feel on the wrist. As ever, it aerates as well as any of the sports bracelets and has absolutely no inclination to pinch skin or pull hair. The contrast down the center, the polished and smaller links, handsomely breaking up the mass of metal, and horizontally opposed to the larger shoulder links in satin with polished facets. This is a gorgeous bracelet. The clasp, like everything else, has been upgraded to keep up with the times. It's now fully finished and very substantial. You can see it's polished on the inside, seamless on the outside, and it features a crown clasp in this application. So the crown is the only cue as to the partition point, and you pull it up, and it is not a friction fit clasp. Don't be deceived. There is actually a pivoted release system that interacts with the horn that's molded into the clasp itself. So this is a pivoted release system. It's effectively a trigger. It is not friction fit. Rolex did not skimp here. You'll note all of the sizable screws are removed, or I should say the sizable links are removed by screws, not pins and sleeves. So Rolex upholding high standards of fit, finish, and equipment, and that continues about the case, where the Datejust remains a fluid and sensuous form. You can see how the light plays across its surface. It's anything but the sheer squared-off super case. It's still beautifully traditional in that respect. And the bezel, which you will note is a very slightly different metallic silver, is gray gold. Gray gold is a term of art within the industry that describes a white gold alloy that never needs to be rhodium plated. And you can see that it has a wonderful glistening, almost gem-like faceted effect as you move it through the light. The nice thing about this bezel is that even if it were to be scratched or scuffed, you would not see a yellow, milky substrate as you would on rhodium-plated pseudo-white gold. You know that this is the best stuff because Rolex makes both the steel and the gold in its own foundries. The dial is sensational, and this is an aspect of the watch where it shows its credentials as a sporting timepiece, because all of the white gold indices and the white gold hands do feature luminescent material. Now, you can't see seconds at night, but hours and minutes, as well as the indices themselves, beautifully luminescent, and you'll note the sunburst blue of this dial is sensational. It has a wonderful reactive dynamism in direct sunlight. Even in the soft glow of my light box, it has a gorgeous shimmering character to it. You will note outboard a traditional railroad track with a stylized Roman numeral white on blue print outboard of the hours, and then there is a roulette date underneath the Cyclops eye. The Cyclops eye came somewhat after the debut of the Jubilee bracelet and the Datejust. The Cyclops arrived in 1954, and the roulette date features red odds and blue evens. So it's like a roulette wheel at a casino. There's a quick set date function, which I just demonstrated, and you can see that once I wind the watch up, you can take advantage of the stop seconds or hacking feature, as the watch features the ability to stop when you pull the crown out and be synchronized to the second against a reference time. Now you can see it is a twin lock crown And it endows the watch with 100-meter water resistance. This is another aspect of the watch that's rather like a sports watch. 100 meters makes this a very swimmable watch. You wouldn't dive with it, but just about anything short of professional diving, this watch can endure. Inside, Rolex manufacturer caliber 3135, 31 joules, bidirectional automatic winding, 48-hour power reserve, stop seconds, quick set date, full balance bridge and a free sprung index for shock resistance, overcoil hairspring for positional resistance to timing deviation, that is resistance to non-concentric beating of the hairspring in different positions with respect to gravity. That's what the overcoil gives you, protection against deviation, regardless of what position you leave your watch on the nightstand. And then the overcoil itself features a parachrom alloy that is a niobium-zirconium blend that is robustly anti-magnetic. Rolex does certify its watches as COSC Swiss chronometers, but then recases the movement and tests the completed watch, not just the bare movement, to ensure that it is still keeping chronometer time or better. You can see and you can purchase this versatile, traditionally sized steel Jubilee bracelet, white gold bezel, blue dial, and luminescent Datejust on our website, thewatchbox.com. And we're back with the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust, the 116234. Beautifully green, brilliantly green, and bright by night. See it by day on the Watchbox.